Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in. I'm Tim Edge, the voice of the Maple Leaf Finals at Agribition. And for this year, the host of this special series celebrating and showcasing the very best of Canadian rodeo. When fans pack the stands at our rodeo, they expect to see great rides and great stock. But what you might not see is all the work and the hive of activity behind the scenes. For weeks in advance, the Agribition team at the Maple Leaf Finals is busy turning a hockey rink into a rodeo arena, building stock pens, a warm-up arena, and of course, putting together 4 nights of action-packed rodeo production so thousands of fans get what they came for. Today, we're going to hear about how it all comes together. And of course, we couldn't be doing this without the help of Agribition Rodeo sponsors like MNP. With me now are 2 of the busiest people I know when it comes to the Maple Leaf Finals. Jody Berglund is the producer that brings the script together and puts the live show in front of you on the arena floor. And Paul Druin is the man behind the magic when it comes to everything that is production. Hi guys, and welcome. We do appreciate you being here. Jody, where are you at and what are you doing?
I'm out here in Kennedy, Saskatchewan. I'm spraying today.
All right.
Combine couldn't be sitting, so I demoted to sprayer.
Well, thank you very much for joining us here today. Jody, I'd like to start things off a little bit with you. Can you tell me about the meat and potatoes of the Maple Leaf Finals, from putting the script together to gathering everybody up and all the talent departments to actually implementing the show and putting what has arguably become one of Canada's biggest and best produced rodeos together?
Well, my job is to collaborate with the announcers, with stock contractors, committee members, volunteers, entertainers, to create an entertaining, unique, memorable experience for those attending. So I want something that's action-packed, it's exciting, and it's entertaining for both the urban and the rural spectators. So at the end of the day, when our guests are walking out that door, they're talking about their experience at the rodeo, they're telling their friends, and they can't wait to come to tomorrow night's rodeo. So to do that, I built a script, and that script is a very detailed document. So it kind of has 3 parts. The first part is the pre-show. So the pre-show is the first 30 minutes before the entertainment and the rodeo starts. In that area, we focus on the sponsorship recognition. So you'll see a lot of sponsorship commercials. You'll see a lot of logos. You'll see a lot of feedback. And that's another time to maybe. So we move from the pre-show to the opening show. So each night we have a theme, and we build an opening around that theme, and we just try and send out a message, a feel-good message to those sitting in the crowd. And so that opening is normally anywhere between 7 to 10 minutes, including the national anthem. So from the opening show, we move right into the rodeo, and we just try and keep my script everyone just needs to follow along. We keep it action-packed, we keep it no dead space, lots of fillers, and keep the rodeo going.
Excellent, well done. Maybe would you mind sharing with us an anecdote of one of your favorite moments at the Maple Leaf Finals and Agribition Rodeo in general?
I have a couple. I have a few good memories that I've been involved with at the Maple Leaf Finals. So it was the following Agribition show after the Humboldt Broncos bus crash. And we reached out to Adam Harold's family, so his father Russ and mother Raylene and his sister Erin, and they agreed to participate in one of our openings. We were focusing on the first responders that night. So we had paramedics, we had police officers, firefighters, stars, we had an ambulance in the arena. Everyone was in one spot, and we had Adam and give a public thank you to our first responders for what they did during that time in their life. So it was quite a powerful experience, and it was probably the best experience that I've ever had with Agribition and being involved in the 12 years. It was just a neat thing to be a part of.
Well, thank you. Maybe you could bring us another anecdote as well. And with so many moving parts, everything can't go perfect all the time. Can you maybe bring us in a little insight on a close call or a problem that you got solved before it actually went to show?
Well, I try and keep my I's dotted and T's crossed, but this one particular time, I think it was 10 minutes before showtime, someone came up to me and we can't find the Canadian flag. Well, my heart starts beating and I can't find it. And here's just something that I totally missed. I mean, how many times I read my scripts over? I know that we fly the flag during the national anthem. So I sent a volunteer back to our office, which is halfway across the grounds. Had another person meet her. In the end, our flag bearer got the flag. The rest of the world never noticed, but it all worked out in the end. So it was a close call.
Well done. Congratulations on getting that shored up before it actually became an issue. And we're going to move now to a guy that's extremely important in the production, and he's one of your mentors as well in the production business. Paul, how are you doing today? And thank you for joining us.
Well, thanks for inviting me along, and we're in really good company with Jody. Jody and I have worked together for a number of years now. We've done a whole series of rodeos together, the CCA Rodeo Finals, the rodeo finals before we moved over to Maple Leaf Rodeo Circuit, and we continue to work together all the time. So it's a real honor to be here.
All right, what is it that you do in a nutshell?
We take what Jody does and we activate. So if you think of the things that are important inside of a rodeo production, first of all, our scripting, so we get good support that way. We get integration from Jody as to who all the players are when you get your microphone, what clips we're going to be going to, what activation do we have, like before the show. So we talked a little bit before, Jody mentioned that 30 minutes before. So really that's when my team takes over. 30 minutes before, Jody hands the show to us, and unless something goes off the rails, and we've seen lots of things go off the rails, we really run the show from that until the end of the rodeo. So we're responsible for replay, integration of timing, stats, control of the venue, and we also articulate to the other people in the room audio, lighting cues. So we are it's a hub and spoke system. Jody gives us the hub, we generate it all.
Well done, and I know from my standpoint, I really appreciate how well run and how well oiled the whole machine is. Now, can you maybe give me a little insight on what's the hard part? What's the most challenging aspect to putting on a sport where there's several different sports all rolled up into one? You've got two ends of the arena, you've got two different kinds of action. A lot of the time, you've got more than one animal involved, and in the case of team roping, you've got two horses, two guys, and a steer. How does that all come together, and how did you put that together?
Well, I think we took a lot of our learning. When I started doing rodeo 10 years ago, I started watching YouTube about how do the pros do it out of Las Vegas. And there's a lot of really good cues that came to us from watching previous experience, watching the guys that are the best at doing it in the world. But there's a ton of moving parts. I don't think people realize there's 14 technical people on a rodeo, especially one that's also got to be streamed, needs integrated for timing. And each one of those, everybody's an island. In essence, you think about timing as an island, Jody's an island. So really, I'm just the guy that's the ship in between. One of the hardest things to tie together is the arena, because we need to be structured and set up where we can shoot both sides and it's the same experience. Biggest challenge now is that with the world going to online, where Flow Sports is involved, or we're streaming our own product, we have to generate two shows simultaneously, which many people don't realize. We have a show for the clock at the Brand Center. We have the show that has to be activations. The people from Ford, the people from Myers Norris Painting, their ads got to play. And on the live stream, which we're sending out to the rest of the world, totally different show happening, totally different requirements. So we're managing two streams simultaneously, and really with Maple Leafs, the rodeo circuit, we become a multi-pronged broadcaster. That's the biggest challenge. Who's doing what at any given moment?
Well, and I know it's very evident when you're on the inside of it, but thank you for bringing a little light for the folks on the outside that may not know exactly what it takes to put all that together. So now that we've got a couple of years under our belt, do you have anything new and fancy and fantastic maybe looked at on the horizon, something maybe that the Maple Leaf Finals would produce on your side of the fence that maybe we might not see at any other show?
Well, I can give you a little hint of something I saw just a few weeks ago, which is a VR experience in rodeo.
Oh.
So it's an encapsulation, it's a helmet cam, and people will say, I've seen the helmet cam, it's bouncy, it goes all over the place. The VR experience that I had witness to just a few weeks ago, it's developed by a Canadian company, but it actually puts you in the seat real time with the guy who's about to ride the bull. And it's a VR experience. I think that kind of stuff is cool. That's what's coming. The delivery technology, I think, is going to evolve where we're going to be able to do something I think really interesting, is give you simultaneous views from Maple Leaf Rodeo. You'll see the traditional shot like it would be in the seat, but you'll also be able to switch, much like NFL Red Zone does, where you can see the view of the top of the bull real time. You can see what the calf rovers are doing. And also, the big, I think, coming from Maple Leaf Rodeo in kind of a, is ready to go, is audio. Dangerous. I mean, it can be colorful. We know rodeo can be colorful, but I think if you think of CFL mic'd up, NFL mic'd up, that's the next thing for us. Helps the Cowboys, helps the brand, and actually puts you in the saddle with them, which is what we're always about, right? Our company motto is you always get the best seat in the house with us. So how can I give you the best seat? Well, you can start by listening to what the Cowboys are saying.
Well, that sure is exciting. We'll be looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too.
Jody, I'm going to go to you one more time, if you don't mind, while you're in the field, in the sprayer. Are you constantly and consistently preparing, perhaps thinking about who could come up and in the entertainment aspect? I know that every year we have a contract act, including Rank Mini Ponies, for example, the last couple of years. What's in your sights for the next few episodes here?
Well, our planning starts months in advance, and our committee sits down and figures out some of the entertainers that they've seen in the past at other rodeos who might fit what we want at our rodeo. So we make a list every year, and we vote on that, and we kind of go from there. So when I'm building a script, I want to make sure that this entertainer has a good spot in the script to make it entertaining for everyone at the rodeo. And we've got a few on the go that we're wanting to reach out and making it exciting for next year's rodeo.
Well, excellent. Thank you very much. So on behalf of everybody here in the studio, good luck with the spraying here today. Hope the wind stays down, the sun stays up. Thank you very much, Jody, for joining us. And thank you very much, Paul. And we'll be right back.
All new looks, all new brains, and an all-new available 12-inch touchscreen. The all-new 2021 Ford F-150.
Of course, the best part of the rodeo is the action on the dirt. Let's have a look back at one of the best rides from the Maple Leaf Finals in the Rodeo Re-Ride, presented by Ford. We'd like to ask you and start things off with how important is the agricultural community to MNP?
The ag industry is completely vital to MNP. Our roots began in agriculture in Manitoba, and we've expanded across Canada, and we still have a very large presence in the ag industry today.
That's it for this episode of Maple Leaf Finals Rodeo TV, presented by MNP. You can watch this episode anytime you want at agribition.com. Also, a big tip of the hat to our production company, IKS Media. Next Sunday, we're dedicating the show to arguably the most important members of the rodeo family. We're talking, of course, about the animal athletes. See you then.